y'all, this is True Southern Accent, and I have a special guest, and this is Donna Feazell, and she is a radio host.
I host a talk show. It's called Afternoon Drive Home, Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central, and it's basically all over the place. So we speak Southern.
Yes.
I didn't realize we talked any different than the rest of the
Yeah,
world.
so what do y'all think? Do we talk different Southern? I think we do.
Southeast. We have friends who listen to us in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. I've got some New York friends.
Oh, really?
They kind of make fun of the way I talk, though. Sort of.
Yes. Me too. It's like they want to repeat what we're saying, so they want to say it the way we say it.
You hear "excuse me" a lot when you say something.
Oh, yes.
Okay, not around here. I don't. Everybody around here understands what I'm saying. But it's a lot of fun. It really is. I think people like the way we talk.
Yes, yeah. So a lot of my viewers are people that's not from Alabama, and they love Alabama accent.
Mm-hmm.
So she grew up in Oxford, Alabama, and I grew up in Boaz, Alabama. So sort of.
Well, you were kind
north.
of a big city, so.
We
consider Boaz big city.
Are you kidding me?
During the outlet.
Oh yes, it was big.
That was
in the outlet.
We used to go up there and just really just check out the plates, car plates, and see where they're from.
Yes, and I used to work in the outlets.
Did
and
you?
what was so weird, it didn't get busy around Christmas time. The busloads of people would come in August. Mm-hmm. And it would be so full on Saturdays in August, and then towards Christmas, where you think it would nobody would be there 2 weeks before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And we always thought that was weird because people shopped early back then, and they would come in
and great deals.
Yes, and come in with busloads, and as workers, you couldn't find a parking place. Mm-hmm. And they had the little tram that rode around. So and they had a 10-year life expanse, which I think it went over 10 years, and actually there are some stores there still today.
So you did retail?
Yes. I worked at Fieldcrest Candy.
Okay. Oh man, I got all kinds of great things for that.
Yes. So it was like West Point Pepper Rail. It had your bath and bed stuff. Yeah, so you was probably one of my customers.
I probably was. Yeah, some really good deals from that. So I hate all those things closed down.
Yes, I know. Well, it's just times, and outlets become another tourist place. And while the women shop, there was nothing for the men to do. Uh-huh. So in other places like Gatlinburg and other places, there were other things for the men to do.
That's probably what happened.
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we speak Southern.
Yes.
I didn't realize we talked any different than the rest of the world.
Yeah, so what do y'all think? Do we talk different Southern? I think we do.
Do we sound... I think we're sisters from a different mother.
Yes.
I really do. You were just on my show just a few minutes ago, and we had a good time, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, you said maybe 30 minutes, an hour went by, and then she goes, what happened at the time?
So we were talking about the funerals here in the South. If you saw a funeral procession coming, they used to stop in the middle of the road, and nobody thought nothing about it. Everybody stopped behind them, But now the new law is, now that we understand, you pull over on the side of the road, and you stop, and for respect of the family. Mm-hmm. And then that still happens today. Of course, everybody pulls over on the side of the road now.
Yeah. Well, even in Charlotte, North Carolina, we lived there for about 8.5 years. And that was my big thing. I said, you have to have respect for people who passed away. And so I asked my husband, Phil, I said, well, do you think people will pull over to the side of the road here? And he said, we'll see. Sure enough, there was a funeral.
Oh, really?
All the folks in Charlotte were pulling over to the side of the road. So I knew I fit in then.
Yes.
So, you ever had a turnip green sandwich?
No. Have you ever had a butter bean sandwich? No, I ain't either.
I
had one time and it was awful. Y'all don't try it.
Well, a turnip green sandwich is really good.
Yeah, well, I got to try that.
Yeah, I had one in Mount Airy, North Carolina, where Andy Griffith is from. So we were there. And so one of my friends went with us, and she said, I'm going to try one of those turnip green sandwiches. And I'm like, all I could think of was my granddad. He would invite somebody over to the house, and he'd say, well, we don't have anything to come over. we'll have a turnip green sandwich. So I always kind of had I'd like that. It was good. It was cornbread, a small pone. You know what a pone is?
No, I never heard of it. So
I'm more southern than
You're
she
not
is.
south then.
I know. It's like, where have I been? I ain't never heard that.
You ain't from here. So it's like a pone. It was a small skillet, so that it's pone cornbread.
Oh, okay.
They cut it in half, and then they drained all of the juices out of the turnip greens, and they put fried bacon on top of it. It was good. I didn't think
So
I'd
did
like
y'all
it.
put mayonnaise or anything else?
No,
on
it was good enough like that.
Okay, well, it sounds good.
It was super good. Now it was a huge sandwich. You could only eat half of it, but it was really good.
Well, the word where I got butterbean sandwich from is when my husband met me. I was at an interview, and he worked at a company that I was interviewing for, and he said, "Oh, we'll come in here and meet Rodney Poe." Well, when he come in, all I said was one word: "Hello." So
You won and churned them over.
yeah. So I had him at hello.
No
So
doubt.
the next few hours later, he went and asked Rodney, "What do you think about Susan Garrison?" That's my maiden name. And he says, "Well, I don't know, but all I know is she's as country as a butterbean sandwich." So that's where that saying come from. And I was telling her on her show that we had a sandwich challenge where you had a banana sandwich with peanut butter and mayonnaise. You ever heard that?
Sure
Peanut
have.
butter and mayonnaise?
Yeah.
That is Southern.
No, Elvis did that.
Oh, really?
Banana. Peanut butter
I
and
think
banana
I've heard that
sandwiches.
before. And a pineapple sandwich, an egg sandwich, and he was from Pennsylvania that was eating it, and he's never ate an egg sandwich.
Are you kidding?
I know, that's why I was like, what?
Okay, here's how you do the perfect sandwich. Okay, you gotta have, you can toast the bread, no toast, just whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
like
really,
mine fresh.
you gotta slap the Bama mayonnaise on it.
Yes.
I mean, slap it.
And
Now,
it's
if you're from
important
North
with
Car-
Bama.
Yeah, if you're in North Carolina, it's gotta be Duke mayonnaise.
Okay.
And then you want to slice that tomato real good. Put a little hot sauce on it, salt and pepper. Cut it in half. You got a mater sandwich.
Well, you know what? I know I'm Southern. I have grown up here, but I did not know till last week you put pepper on a tomato sandwich.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
You're
I
not
always
from the-
put salt,
So
not
what
pepper.
part of the world are you from?
I don't know. I guess I'm from Boaz. And,
Oh, okay. They're Northerners there.
Yes, and they're more like slap
That's the
mayonnaise
Mason
on
Dixon
everything.
line. That's the Mason Dixon line. North.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! That's somebody asked me one time, why do you put so much pepper on your sandwich?
I guess we always just put salt. I mean, and what is today? July the 27th, and I have not had a homegrown tomato.
Girlfriend.
I know. It's where you buy? I ain't got
Are
no
you kidding
garden. I don't know where no
You don't
farmer's
have
marker.
You don't need a farmer's
Would
market.
y'all do gardens?
Oh yeah.
Well, y'all gotta bring me a homegrown
And you start with
tomato.
a seed.
Oh.
So you get your little seed.
Well, I
in
want to
there.
plant one.
Yeah, but you know what? Well, I should have I should have brought her some tomato plants.
Yes.
Because my dog, I have a dog named Buddy, and so he's huge. He thinks he's a little puppy. So I'm in the greenhouse. He jumps all over me, and Roma tomato seeds go everywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
So I've been giving away tomato plants.
Oh yes. Well, we don't want the plant. We just want the tomato.
See, that's another
I'm
thing. She's not really from
I ain't
the
got
South.
no green thumb. Mine
She's
ain't
not
like
really from
that.
the South.
Hey, I've killed 4 cactuses before.
For what?
Cactuses.
What's that?
A cactus.
Cactus.
A cactus.
A cactus. How you say it?
You
Cactus.
killed.
You know, one of the things that grow in the desert.
And if it's more than one, it's called a cacti. What she's saying. So this is what happens when I go on a business trip, and I go somewhere up north. They're having me say, "Excuse me, you're what?" We moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. To the neighborhood supermarket. They call them supermarkets there. We call them grocery stores here. And so I just simply ask, where the buggies at? And I was just looking around, where's the buggies? And so the lady walks up to me and says, "Buggy? What's a buggy?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Where are the carts?" They call them carts there. So we are from the South, but apparently there are different dialects.
Yeah. So you're more South Carolina, North Carolina than me. You're
No,
North
I
Carolina.
think I'm more Alabama.
Well,
You're a Yankee because you're north of us.
Oh. I'm more east. I guess from where you grew up.
Oh, you're east.
Yeah,
She's
Oxford, Alabama. So a lot of people watch my videos to learn the English language, but they don't want to just learn the English language. They want to learn the Southern way to speak English language.
Yeah, because I'm
So
saying,
I think that's funny.
if you're a female, you get all the attention if you're from the South.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
It seems like very few men have it, but go to Montgomery and everybody in the politics
To
has.
see how I know you're not really from the South?
Why?
Because Montgomery is pronounced Montgomery.
Oh really? We
If
say
you're down
Montgomery.
there. If you're down
Yeah.
there.
Down in
Yeah,
Opelika, they call children.
Yeah, chillin'.
Chillins.
Children.
Yeah. So we say children.
Yeah. So they're apparently
So
We had influences.
and then we put too many syllables, but yet we drain some things out.
Bless
Somebody
her.
made fun of me how I say bias. They
Huh?
say I put too many syllables.
Oh, you mean the fish?
Yeah, the fish bias.
Okay.
I'm like, well, what's wrong with the way I say bias?
You gotta be careful the way you say that, girl. It could come out bad.
Bias? Oh.
Like we say things, and when a Southern woman says, "Bless his heart," what does that really mean?
You feel sorry for him? Oh, yes.
Now, what happens when a Southern woman calls her kids by all three names?
You're in trouble.
Brad, my son, we go by his middle name, Brad. His whole name is Michael Bradley Willoughby. So if we said Michael Bradley Willoughby, he knew he was in trouble.
Yes.
He would freeze. Same from your neck of the woods.
Yes. But I don't really do my kids that way. I just scream in a high-pitched voice their names. But yes, when we were growing up, and then when we get in trouble, she'll call out every one of their names just to get one.
So what are some things when you knew your mother, your mama, whatever you called her, was mad at you? How did you know she was mad at you?
Probably the look.
Oh, you got the look.
Yeah, but see, I don't do my kids that way.
Well, so what do you do?
Well, I don't know. I guess just holler and scream and whatever. I don't know. But I know how to give that dirty look. If I give them a dirty look, they wouldn't even know what that meant.
The look. Yeah, we had that growing up. So what about going to church? That's a Southern thing.
Oh,
Right?
yes. Yes, we went every Sunday. We went to Red Apple Baptist Church.
Red Apple.
Red Apple.
I know where that
Yes,
is.
we did.
Yeah, we went to Antioch Baptist Church when I was a kid growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, we moved here. Raymond Cook was the pastor. Been there for a really, really long time.
And
51 years.
How many?
51 years.
51. I knew it had been a long time.
wow. So here's another thing that's in the South. You don't mow your yard in the South
Huh?
on a Sunday.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't
Yeah,
fish
you
on
don't
Sunday
do
either.
nothing on a Sunday. But we lived in all the other states, Texas, Mississippi, West Virginia. I'll be laying in the bed and I could hear a lawnmower. And I'm thinking, I don't know who that is, but they're probably going to hell. And I look out the window, it's my own husband.
Bad.
So he does. And you know, when one person in West Virginia or wherever mows their yard, everybody comes out and starts mowing their yards. But it only takes one person to hear the lawnmower, and everybody's like, "Oh, I got to mow the yard."
So here's why I know I'm from the deeper South than she is. Instead of saying mow the yard, we always said, let's go cut the grass.
Oh yeah, we always say mow the yard.
So we are together, but we're the same.
Yes. Totally different. So check Donna out on her show. It is Donna Feazell. On Facebook, she does live shows and other promotion, and she's on the radio.
Yeah. So it's real easy to find me. Facebook.com/D Feazell. Feazell. Absolutely. Now, how can we find you?
Go to YouTube and type in True Southern Accent, and then we on Facebook, True Southern Accent. I'm on Instagram, True Southern Accent, but on TikTok, that's the new thing. It's True Southern Accent 01.
Oh,
So
01.
you can find me on all those social medias, and I'm sure, I hope I do make you laugh, or you watch one of my videos and learn something new. So I like to give out new information or a video on a new place you might not ever heard of. So watch True Southern Accent and Donna Feazell on one of the social media or on the radio. So thank you for watching this video.
Bye-bye.
If you like my videos, follow me and hit that subscribe button, notification bell for my newest video.